So they're getting ready for 30 green flag laps. Race number 2, the Phil's Propane Triple Crown Series. It's Ava Chouinard, Joey Morissette, your front row. Green flag in the air, they're off. Then Chouinard with the run down into turn 1.
Chouinard sets the pace down through the corners as they come off at turn 2. Blackwell up on her tail as Morissette tries to hang on up on the outside.
Blackwell down to the inside of Morissette. They're side by side out of turn number 4. Here comes some pressure from Perry in the 0 as he sits in 4th. Looking for that bottom line to start moving as he gets closer and closer to the rear bumper of Blackwell down the back straightaway. Down into turns 3 and 4. Chouinard comes off the corner, leads another lap, but Blackwell with a nice run, thought about reaching to the inside there. He does not. He falls back in line, gives a little tap to the 6 as they head down the backstretch.
A 3-car dogfight for that number 2 spot. Perry right there in the fight. Your points leader sitting 4th on the grid as they come off of turn number 4. Blackwell up to 2nd. Takes a look to the inside of Chouinard. Ava shuts the door.
Ava Chouinard had a good run a couple of weeks ago as she continues to lead the way here in front of Blackwell. It's Perry and Morissette battling for 3rd with Amy Arsenal up in 5th. She's won this year. Looking to make another trip to victory lane as she sits in that 5th position with Massa right on her rear bumper as they head down into 3.
Ava Chouinard, our 2nd ever female champion in the mini cups, trying to put her mark on the pure stock division, leads the charge down the back straightaway, down into 3 and 4, sets the pace by 2 car lengths as they come off the corner. Alice Benoit about to go minus 1-2 liters.
Your top 10, you can throw them under a blanket as they're all bumper to bumper, side to side. What a battle here for the Pure Sox as they head down the backstretch. Blackwell in 2nd, Perry in 3rd. Arsenal thought about running low for that 3rd position in Perry, but she'll fall back to 4th. And here comes Danny Massa in that 5th position, looking high on Arsenal. He'll fall back in line.
Massa all over the back bumper of the 9, takes a look to the inside. Amy shuts the door as they hit turn number 3, tries it again, but Amy is right there holding on to the inside lane. Behind them, Benoit and Henricks race wheel to wheel down into turn number 1.
Blackwell looked for a crossover to get underneath Chouinard. Chouinard still able to keep that door shut and would not let Blackwell by. They head down through turns 3 and 4. We're single file back to the 2 of Benoit. He goes under the 0-3 of Henricks. Doug Benoit, last week's winner here in the Pure Sox. They head down through turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch till they go.
Closing in on 10 down and 20 to go as they come off of turn number 4. Senkowitz and Brightman racing wheel to wheel at the tail end of the field. As Chouinard has put about a car length distance between her and the 49 of Blackwell.
Down into turns 3 and 4, approaching some lap traffic. Ava Chouinard continues to lead. Blackwell looking to hold off Perry as they're almost 3 wide exiting the corner. That's going to be Morissette getting underneath Arsenal, and Henricks to the outside of Arsenal now as is a 4-car battle back in the pack.
Lenny Souza right there with Max Bergstrom racing side by side right behind Amy Arsenal and Mike Henricks. They race off of turn number 4. Senkowitz keeps it out of the way as the field thunders by down on the inside.
A 4-car train from 2nd to 5th as they all attempt to chase down the 6 of Chouinard. Blackwell with pressure from Perry as Perry looks low, exiting turn number 4. He's got that number 0 underneath as we get a car around. That's Missy Charette in turn number 2. Caution flag out.
At 4:30 in the pit area.
Field races down through turns 3 and 4. Chouinard on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. We have 18 more laps to go here for the Pure Stocks.
Blackwell gets a good run up on the outside. Trouble for Amy Arsenal. She goes around off of turn number 2. Marissa Morgan also involved. 12 laps are complete. 18 laps remain. As they come off of turn number 4 and wind it up, Ava Chouinard brings the field down into turn number 1.
Out on the outside lane, Blackwell got a good run off the restart, able to run up alongside Chouinard, but Chouinard pulls into the lead down through 3 and 4. Now the battle is on for 2nd as Perry looks underneath Blackwell, exiting turn 4 down the front stretch. He'll take the position, crossing the line, and down into 1 and 2. It'll be Perry taking the lead, taking second down the backstretch.
Keep your eyes on that white number 9, the Jazz's auto body machine of Amy Arsenal. She's already gotten by a couple of machines, trying to work her way up through the pack to salvage what she can here tonight. Up front, Ava Schwinnard leads the charge off of turn number 2. As Greg Perry sits in second, right up on the back bumper. They play a little bumper tag off of turn number 4.
Schwinnard still in the lead here, but Perry looks to challenge for that position as Doug Benoit moves his way up into that third spot. Field crossed up, ready to go. They'll roll down through turns 3 and 4. In the box they go, throttles push down, and they are off down to turns 1 and 2. Schwinnard down on the inside lane in the lead, but Greg Perry battling hard on that outside lane, has an edge through the corner. Schwinnard looking to hold the bottom and hang on. She'll get credit for leading that lap, but Perry holds strong on the outside down through 1 and 2.
15 down, 15 to go, and Perry trying to wind up that outside lane. Edge is out ahead of Schwinnard, down into turn number 3. They battle hard off of 4. Benoit is right there. Ava gets the lead back across the stripe.
Down to 1 and 2 once again. Perry with another nice run on that outside lane. He can run up alongside her, just can't seem to get past the 6 just yet as they head down through 3 and 4. Still side by side they go. Schwinnard again off the corner will lead another lap as Blackwell and Hendricks battle for that 4th position. Down through 1 and 2.
3 cars in a dogfight down the back straightaway as Benoit has put his deuce into that challenge. Down in the corner they come. Off of turn number 4. Again, Schwinnard edging out ahead of Perry. Down it to 1. Hendricks is wound up to 4th. Trouble for Blackwell. He gets sideways down it to 1. Saves the machine as Louis Souza runs up that outside lane.
What a save there by Blackwell running through the grass. He's able to keep it going. A great job there, but back up front. Doug Benoit really now puts his car into that battle as he looks low on Schwinnard. He's low on Perry. 3-car battle for the lead.
Schwinnard made just a hair of a mistake down into turn number 3. Opened up that inside lane. Here comes Benoit. Trying to make it back to back. Slides up to the top of the leaderboard with 10 to go.
Down through turns 2, down the backstretch. Perry now looks underneath Schwinnard after Benoit makes the pass. Schwinnard opened that door just enough, and she wasn't able to get back down in time. Perry and Schwinnard bump and bang down the front stretch into turn number 1.
Hard racing at the top of the field as Doug Benoit set sail down into turn number 3. Perry sits second. Battle for 3rd now as Mike Hendricks is closed right up on the 6 off of 4.
Hendricks all over the rear bumper of Schwinnard, looking to move her back to 4th and take home a podium finish. Hendricks down the backstretch he goes. Schwinnard able to open that gap up just a little more as the gap closes from 2nd. Here comes Perry all over the rear bumper of Benoit.
Perry settles in on the back bumper with that white number 2. Your defending champion. Took him a few weeks to find Devitt Auto Parts victory lane. He's trying to take a stranglehold on it here tonight with 6 laps to go this time by. Nose to tail off of 4 and some lap traffic ahead for your leaders.
Greg Perry down into turn number 1 and 2. He gets underneath Benoit, gives him a little nudge there, but Benoit able to hold him off as they head down through 3 and 4. They're going to approach some lap traffic here. Will this benefit Perry as they exit 4?
Off the corner they come, and Manoni stays high on the racetrack. So does the 27 of Brightman. Lets the leaders battle it amongst themselves off of turn number 2. Benoit gets a little bit of breathing room up front. He's got a car length. Nope, make it a half as they come off of 4 with 4 to go.
4 laps to go, and the battle is between Perry and Benoit as they've opened up a nice gap back to 3rd place Schwinnard. But Schwinnard did a good job holding on to that position as Hendricks has been battling with her. Now Hendricks looks low, a little bit of contact there. Schwinnard still able to hold on as they exit 4.
3 to go, and they still are nose to tail, 1st and 2nd. And then the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
It's Benoit to the inside. Perry to his outside. Down through turn number 4. Green flag in the air. They're off across the stripe. Benoit with a good run into the corner. Perry looks to fight back on the outside.
Off of turn number 2, trouble for Marissa Morgan as she goes around off of turn number 2 on the start. She's able to get that car rolling. We stay green. 3 to go off the corner. Benoit, Perry, Schwinnard, Hendricks, Susie atop 5, throw Massa and Blackwell into the fight as they come off of 2.
Perry was all over the rear bumper there. He is looking for any way around this 2 cars. There are 2 laps to go. Exiting turn number 4, Ava Schwinnard closing that gap on Perry as well as they race on down through 1 and 2.
Down the back stretch they go. Benoit put some breathing room between he and the green and orange 0. White flag, high in the air. Final time around. Benoit leads the charge down into 1.
Doug Benoit continues to lead Greg Perry, trying to close that gap as they head down the backstretch. Benoit powers out of turn number 2 into 3 and 4. Off the corner they come. Doug Benoit sees the checkered flag for the 2nd week in a row. Benoit takes home the win. 2nd place to Greg Perry, 3rd to Ava Schwinnard. Lenny Souza comes home 4th, and Danny Massa rounds out your top 5.
Tell us about that run.
Holding them off is the hardest part, and I did it for so long, and I couldn't do it no more. I mean, they won fair and square, and there's nothing else I could do.
You really did a great job out there. I know you have some people that have been working hard.
My dad, of course, for all the hard work. My mom, my family, my grandma, my uncle, Peter, Kat, Jace for coming out, all my sponsors, Jerry's General Maintenance, J. Lavoie Appliance Repair, and Highland Real Estate.
What's it going to take? You're missing just that little something to take that next step. What's it going to take?
It must be me. It must be all in my head. I just got to figure it out, I guess.
That water will pour all over you.
A little bit of both. That was a good race. Congratulations, Doug. Ava, she always put on some good action. Just like to thank all my sponsors. Actually, I just picked up a new guy today, Zermatt Tree Services, B&A, Towing, and Auto out of Westport. Myself, TFB. I got to thank, actually, my buddy Chris Piva came up to watch me race. He lives down in Carolina, and kind of put on a good show for him. And just everybody at the shop that helps out. Danny, Mike, Tommy, Missy, my girl, my mom, awesome supporter, my dad, my nephews, my mom, hi Ma, and just everybody at the shop that helps out. I appreciate everybody.
Tell us about that charge to the front.
Oh man, well, starting from 11th, I mean, it was pretty lucky. Every restart, I was on the inside, and I just played my long game. I got under Mike Hendrick, who I wouldn't have passed, but he got a little loose. Ava got a little loose. I was just patient. Before I knew it, I was up front. And I made a slight little setup change because my car, the last 10 laps or so, really loose. Tonight, it was dialed in, and it was actually stronger at the end. So,
Looked like you and Greg were having some fun there racing for the lead.
yeah, Greg and I have a blast out there. A couple of my friends were, last week, same situation. He was giving me the bumper, and my friends were like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "Don't worry, he's a good guy. He's not going to spin me." But a great race. That was very rewarding coming from the back.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
My sponsors? No, I don't have any sponsors. I just have to thank my friends and family. That's all I race for, man. And you and the track. I love it here.